I carry a little flat bastard file in my toolbox. I put these drags down just a little bit the other day, and this thing is cutting through that stuff like it's butter. I like it. Thing about these saws are old. I bought most of these saws in the early 90s. But the reason I got on these Huskies, I don't get into that thing about Steel or Husky, which one's better. That's like trying to argue Fords and Chevys. You know, people have their favorites, and that's fine, but I reckon one's as good as the other, or else one of them would be out of business by now. But it's kind of the same way Steels and Huskies. The deal is, you know, I don't argue which one's better. I've owned Steels, and they're a great saw. Have no problem with Steel. I've had guys come on my channel, that's crap, that Husky crap, there ain't nothing but a Steel, you know, and all this stuff. Well, you know, this is for my application. It's best for my application, and these 242 XPs are a pro saw, and they will rev higher. I reckon they'll rev higher than anything on the market other than a competition saw, because you can tune these things up there, boy, and they can make them scream. I don't have this one tuned all the way up. It'll rev a lot higher, but I don't try to push the envelope. I don't need it on these trees, but I can take this saw and drop an 8-10 inch limb and not even make an undercut. Just bam. I mean, it'll cut it off before it falls. So that's what we need. Good clean cut on these things. And so the Husky is just it's best for my application. That's all. It's not better than a Steel. There's a pro or a competition. Steel makes a competition saw that'll rev higher than this thing, but it costs over $2,000. And these things are bad enough as it is. But I got into these things because I did a trade with a guy. I got one in a trade back in the early 80s. A guy traded me some work, I did some work for a guy, and he gave me a new Husqvarna, and it was a 133 model, and it was brand new, and it was a $400 saw back then. And so I had that saw, and I wound up getting another one. And then finally, it got to the point where the reason I'm using them now is I've got a few of these old saws, and I can go to the saw box, and I can grab any, I keep them all geared up the same. I can grab any spark plug, any pull cord, any chain, any bar, any part out of my toolbox, and it'll fit any saw I got. And so that's why I don't have any Steels out here, because then I'd have to carry two toolboxes. And I've got 11 or 12 of these things, so they'll probably last as long as I do. I've been doing a lot of talking today and not very much working, so I better get my butt in gear, or Victor's gonna fire me. All right, later. Have a good day. It's a beautiful day here. Wish y'all were here. I'd put you to work.